Me, Erica Pleasant, and I just want to encourage you today. I have a message for those of you. If you've been feeling like not enough people are supporting you, if you're feeling like you can't really show up because you're nervous about what people might say or the feedback that you might get, this message is for you today. And if you have not connected with me, I've announced everywhere that I could announce that I'm fully walking in real estate. I'm so grateful to God because this has been such a leap for me. I've spent years speaking and training people in the area of speaking and business. If you've connected with me for any amount of time, then you probably are familiar with that. But now I've been on a mission, and I say now because I haven't completely left all of those things. In fact, I've had multiple speaking engagements, and we're just in February of this year, and I have another one coming up in like 2 weeks. So I'm still stepping out. I'm still turning messages into movements, but I'm very passionate about helping you to move to wealth, specifically in the area of real estate. And I recently launched my real estate firm, Erica Pleasant. So y'all stay connected with me across social media, Erica Empowers, to learn all about that. But I want to jump in and encourage you today because as I work with people and encourage people and talk to people, I find so many people shrinking back, afraid to share in whatever capacity they're called to share in because they're worried about what people might say. And I will never forget a time where I was working with one of my dear friends. She started a fashion academy, and I was just, the background volunteer, just trying to help out. And I remember being behind the camera, and a lady came up to me and she started prophesying. She's like, "Girl, you're going to be on the," well, she didn't say it like that. This is the Erica version. She didn't say girl because she was a little older, but she definitely was like, "You're going to be on the other side of that camera. Let me tell you, this is just the beginning." And she was just speaking all these things, and nothing in my life truly reflected me being out in the forefront. In fact, in that moment, I was kind of playing in the background in that exact moment. And less than about 30 days from her sharing that message with me, I ended up partnering with a local television station and hosting my first cable show. And beyond that, though, another thing that she said that I'm going to share with you today, she told me to start reading Psalm 1. Now, this was years ago, and every time I read it, it still stands out to me because it speaks to fruit, and it speaks to who you're around, and it speaks to stop letting folks have you to be quiet. Just stop. And especially with social media, where I feel like we hesitate to post or we hesitate to share, speaking to all my business owners, because we're afraid of who's going to say something negative. So I'm going to read Psalm 1 with you. I actually am looking at a frame because I have it framed on my desk. If y'all don't, I have Psalm 1 framed. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates in his law day and night. I could say this without looking at it, but I want to make sure I don't remix it. That person is like a tree planted by the rivers of water, which yields fruit in its season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Not so the wicked. They are like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous. And read Psalm 1 for yourself. It's pretty short, but what always stands out to me is being like a tree planted by the streams of water to yield fruit in its season. And most importantly, it starts off talking about who you're surrounded with. We've all been guilty of this. If you're around someone and they're just constantly spewing negativity, they're constantly tearing people down, they're constantly tearing you down, or the conversation has always got to be around gossiping and negativity and all of those things, that is not the type of situation that Psalm 1 is speaking about. It's literally speaking about how to find that true success when your delight is in the law of the Lord, when you're in the word, and when you're meditating on it day and night. And that comes back as well when we look in Joshua 1, another one of my favorite books and chapters, where he's told, hey, be strong, be courageous. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Meditate on the word. And that's where you find success. So when I talk about moving to wealth, this is such a topic that I'm so passionate about. And I'm passionate because I know when you're not established, when you don't have the stability of your living situation, when you don't have the stability of just some of those most basic things, it's hard to concentrate on anything else. And much of what I did for years, I remember speaking with a mentor. And if you haven't seen it, I shared my testimony of moving into the house, actually the one I'm filming from right now. I might do another updated version of it, but I had a mentor, and I was out there. I was doing business, I was doing events, and then a natural disaster came, flooded the home I was living in that I was renting at the time. And I remember just having such a passion for the community. And I kept telling this mentor, like, hey, you know, I really want to just do something for the community. And she told me, she was like, hey sis. She didn't say hey sis, but I would have said hey sis if it was me talking to someone. But she was like, you gotta get yourself together first. And I commend you. She was so proud of me. She made me feel so encouraged. But it was like, hey, when you take care of yourself, your living situation, you will be in a much better position to help other people. And it was the truth, because if you have instability just hanging over your head all the time, it's really hard to show up to your fullness, to the fullest capacity. And I believe, like, as we keep seeing, a person is like a tree planted by streams of water. I have a favorite tree where I live. I actually live not far from the water. And that tree just blossoms. That tree doesn't die. That tree that's been the tree I like to sit in front of for years. It's been through storms. It's been through so much. But that tree is still standing strong. And I'm telling you this because that's what it's like when we're planted by the rivers of water. That's what it's like when we're rooted in God's word and his truth, and we're in the word and we're not distracted. There's so many distractions. And so don't get distracted. Y'all, this is a season to lock in. And when I talk about moving to wealth, I'm going to break it all down in another video. It won't be right now because this is going to be a short video. But the move, I can go ahead and tell you, it's about your planning, mapping out a plan, getting organized, having that village around you, and executing. And then the wealth, y'all know I love some acronyms. So both are acronyms. The wealth really is a breakdown of those structural things. Your walk is number one, the W. And I'll go through the EALTH. Again, I'm going to do a whole video, so I won't get greedy. But I just want to share that with you all and encourage you today, because we are moving to wealth. And I believe that a lot of that for many of you is going to be in the industry of real estate, whether it is going from renting to purchasing, or if it's going from buying to leveraging as an investor, or becoming a developer, or making stability for other people, whatever that looks like. I really believe that there will be a lot of you that this resonates with, and we will get connected. And I'll actually, if you are interested, if you want to get some resources, if you want to get, I'm doing some consultations and all those things, just write MOVE. Wherever you're watching this, type MOVE, MOVE in the comment section, or you can DM me if you want to be a little more personal and don't want to, but follow me wherever, across social media at Erica Empowers. And then you can find, you can just message me or DM me MOVE. But that is it. That is my encouragement for you all today. Your circle matters. Stop worrying about who's not supporting you, because there's so many people that want to see you win. There are so many people that are waiting for you to step out and be bold and just walk in it, and not next week, not in 10 years, today. I believe this is the time right now to run. And I didn't talk about this year, but I really do believe many of us, if this is resonating with you, it's time to run. It's time to stop playing small. It's time to stop shrinking back. It's time to stop being worried about other people's opinions. They weren't going to support you anyways. I keep saying this, but I'm so sincere about not worrying about people that had no intentions of supporting you in the first place. So don't worry about it. If they have something negative, I get negative comments all the time. You're not my person anyways, because the people that are, we riding together, those people, they don't got anything hurtful to say. They're not just coming at people and folks with negativity for no reason. So yes, I'm going to wrap right here, y'all. It's all about your circle. Read Psalm 1. That's the homework. If you're watching this right now, it's time to move to wealth. So if you've been interested in getting into real estate, if you've been interested in just getting more streams of revenue for your family, for your children, for your children's children, then make sure that you comment or direct message me across social media at Erica Empowers, and just send me the word MOVE, and I'll know exactly what you're talking about. And I'll let you know where to go from there. All right, y'all, take care and make today amazing, because it is absolutely a choice. I'll see you in the next video.